Hey guys, if you have long hair and you want to go from this to this, then this video is for you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos just like this one. For me, I have naturally curly, dry hair. That's why I use one of these guys. Now, before you use a hair straightener, I highly recommend you use a heat protector. I normally use Chi heat protectant. I'll put a picture right here. Now, when you have really long, thick hair like me, I found it's easiest to section your hair off. For me, I have 3 different sections that I do. When I section my hair, I usually take it from the top of my ears, like so, right at the top, and then I'll tie it in a ponytail. Also worth noting that I shave the sides of my head, which is why these are so short and stubby. So once I have this whole section tied up, I just have this to work with, which makes it 10 times easier. If you've never used a hair straightener before, I highly recommend you be very careful, because as an avid hair straightener user, I've burned myself countless times, and it is not fun. So I know you guys don't want to sit here for an hour to watch me straighten my hair, so I'm going to speed this part of the video up, and I will keep you updated as I go. It's also worth noting that I have a mirror right here, that's why I'm not looking directly at the camera. Everybody has a different hair type, and for me personally, it works really well when I straighten my hair if I don't wash my hair for about 2 days. I know that sounds pretty gross, but for my hair, since it's so thick and dry, my hair doesn't get oily or greasy, so it doesn't look bad, it doesn't smell bad. And when you get out of the shower, I highly recommend just letting your hair air dry, because I find that blow drying it makes it way frizzier and much harder to work with. So now I'm done the first section. Now what I do is I take my hair down, and then I just go up like 2 notches essentially. So instead of going right above my ears, I'll go at where my temples are, and I'll just pull that part up, almost like you're doing a man bun. So now that I have the second layer down, it's a lot easier to tell between the curly parts and the straight parts. Your hair also gets very hot, so be careful of that, because you don't want to burn yourself. You'll notice too that since I have such curly hair, when I straighten it, it gets a lot longer. It doesn't technically get a lot longer, but it looks longer because it's straight. And the way the gravity works in the force time continuum of space quantum physics, that's just what happens with your hair, you know? And for the third and final part, I just take the top half of my hair down, which is all, as you can see, on the top of my head and the very back of it. And I just kind of pull it to one side so it all flops together. And continue the straightening process. Since I've been styling my hair this way for like the past 5 years, my hair naturally just has this arch to it, and it's so used to going in this direction that I don't have to use any product to get it like that. Your hair might be completely different, and you may need to use some product, which I will talk about momentarily. Sometimes I won't make it stick straight, and I'll leave it somewhat curly to give it a little extra volume and to change it up a little bit. And so now that my hair is straight in the way I want it to be, it's time to move on to the product. I usually use a gel or some pomade. Today I'm going to use a gel, and I just kind of scrunch it in my hair. And it's not going to be a huge difference just yet. So once the product is evenly distributed in your hair, you can then move on to step 2, which is get a comb and tease your hair. When I tease my hair, I take little chunks of it, and you just kind of take the comb and brush down. The smaller the bristles in between, the better tease you're going to get. This comb actually isn't very good for teasing, but it's all I had. So I'll take bigger chunks of my hair and just brush down towards the base of my skull. And for me, what works best is I over-tease my hair. But I over-tease it to the point where it's malleable. That's a weird word to say, malleable. A big mistake that most people make when they're teasing their hair, I've noticed, is they ignore the back of their head. They only do the very top. But if you don't do the back, then it just looks very uneven. So once your hair looks like a hot mess like this, that's when you can take your fingers and just kind of make it work. I haven't had my hair cut in a little while, so the top pieces are a little bit longer than I normally have them, but it still works. I repeat the teasing process a few times until it gets the way that I like it. Like I said, I don't want it to look ridiculous, I just want it to have a lot of volume. So between the gel that I just put in that teasing, now it has volume. Since I don't want this to fall down after 5 minutes, I use hairspray. What I normally use is Redken 32 Extreme Hold. And again, when you're using hairspray, you don't just want to douse your hair in it. That's dumb, that doesn't work. You want to hold the pieces up and get it so it gets all over the shaft of the hair. Shaft. This smells really good too, so once the hairspray's in, you can keep molding it with your fingers and your comb till it gets to how you want. I think I'm done. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. This is how I style my hair. I'm sorry if I'm not the best at explaining how to do it, but that's how I do it every day, and I look fantastic. So thanks for watching this week's video, and I will see you guys next week.